then, you know, it's not going to get through to the next pair. And that way I'm for sure not going to get through to the next layer. It's just like bulletproof vests. You know, you're going to have so many layers of Kevlar. Mm-hmm. Because I was very definitely, my whole being was so wounded when back in the 6th grade I had my period all over my wet pants in the library.
Shasta, that's happened to you more than once.
Well, you know, I'm sorry, but I used to, when I was like 12, I had a really heavy flow.
I had a heavier flow when I was younger too. I wonder why that was.
Well, it's because that's actually your most fertile time in your cycles.
Oh.
And your nature wants you to have children then.
Yes.
And the more stuff you can let out, the more scent. It's just like dogs. You know, it's the same bullshit.
So you're going to let these fry up for a few minutes on the first side till they get nice and brown. And since I'm using black beans, these get a little bit dark looking, but they'll still be tasty. You can use pretty much any kind of canned beans you want to use. You can use white beans. You can change up the seasonings. You know,
people going to be sad though
with different things
when they think those are like Jimmy Dean sausages and they bite
they
into
don't
and
smell like Jimmy Dean sausages.
They
though.
don't.
Well, no, they wouldn't. They would not have that porky smell. You know,
that offensive, like, you know, the smell of something dying. They don't have that smell. Do you ever bite into a steak and you can smell the fear in the cow?
No, never.
I have
never, ever been one of them people.
I have been able to do it. I find it one of those things that other people can't tell. So that a certain cut of meat will just, you can't eat it. You can taste it. And it's a chemical that you release when you're, it's just a horrifying thought. I'm not a vegetarian. I just, I'm able to compartmentalize my thoughts so that, you know, doing something horrific, like killing something and then eating it, doesn't really bother me.
When was the last thing you killed and ate?
Well, I mean, metaphorically. I don't actually, you know, I farm that out to somebody else. I mean, you know, it's somebody else's problem to kill it.
Right.
And package it and sell it to me.
Yeah.
So I can, like, get it out of Meemaw's freezer. But, I mean, metaphorically, I killed it and ate it. That's what money transfer is about.
Talking about money transfer.
I paid you to do all that bullshit.
I want to complain about a couple of different
and to take the guilt of it
things here. Okay, so this isn't the first scam I want to bitch about. It's goddamn printer ink. Now they say the printer for cheap, and then the ink costs 2 or 3 times more than the printer before the damn printer breaks down a year later.
That's one of the man's kind of scams. It's
and
like,
look at this. This is an ink cartridge. This is the spot they have for actual ink. All of this here is filled with some kind of sponge, which absorbs most of this ink. They could just give you the whole damn thing full of ink.
No, that would be like they wouldn't make as much money.
I mean, and then they want you to give this back so they can recycle it.
They don't recycle it. That's a big-ass crock of shit. They do not reuse that.
No.
It's not fucking refilled. That is all a big scam. Nothing recycled like that. In fact, right now, recycling is not money-making, so they're just putting that shit in the landfill.
And the other thing I want to bitch about is the World Wildlife Fund always sending me pleas for money. Now, any charity that has enough money to beg me for money constantly has way too much fucking money. And look, this is like a heavy-duty cardboard.
Well, they have to have
like
something.
odd-shaped. And they're like saying, give us some money and we'll send you a gift. So they're like, basically, you're buying something.
It's a money laundering scam.
Look at this shit.
It's one of the man's covers for spying and money laundering. That is. I read it online.
Mm-hmm.
And I have to say about this shit, it's trying to guilt you into giving up your disposable income for a charity. Now, you got to be careful about charities because most charities are full of shit man covers for money laundering.
Right.
That money is just going to pay their
Same
wife.
with organized religion.
Yeah, they're just going to pay somebody to sit there and do nothing.
Mm-hmm.
They aren't giving that shit to that needy people.
Oh, and
There's very few real charities going on.
Here, you can open this. I've been
Ooh, that looks like fun.
that's been sitting there for a while. It came to a person that doesn't actually live here, probably someone that used to live here.
Wow, I wonder what it is. Maybe it's a free car. Look, it's a pony. It's ponies.
You've always wanted a pony.
I never got a pony. Look, it's cars and a motorcycle and a Jeep.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Oh, look, it's like interactive. There's like a secret surprise in here.
So, like...
Oh, my God, it's like a lot of shit, like electronics and a guitar.
Nobody actually wins them prizes. Just FYI.
What is it? It's very interactive.
They
It's
just want to get your personal information.
Look, you get a card.
Is it a magnet?
No, it's like got punch-out things, though. It's got little buttons with numbers on it. It looks complicated. I guess I'll have to read up on it.
They do look kind of like Jimmy Dean sausages.
They don't smell like it, though.
No.
It's something with horses. Flavor Chase TM sweepstakes.
I don't know how long that's been sitting there. I'm sure the sweepstakes is over by now.
I don't know. It looks like you can win something. Lots of things. So, are you against like the polar bears or something?
No, I'm not against the polar bears. I'm just
Because
against
there's like a polar
the
bear on
man
here.
using the polar bear as an excuse to shake me down for more of my hard-earned money.
Oh yeah, that's all up front.
Because it's the
They don't
man's
save
fault
no-
the polar bear's extinct anyway. It ain't my fucking fault.
No.
I ain't the one drilling the oil up there and ruining the whatever that's causing the polar bear to die off. I don't even know why the polar bear's fucking dying off. It probably ain't even really dying off. Bear fever. I bet the people that lives up there is like, fuck, there's still plenty of fucking polar bears eating our asses every goddamn day.
Maybe like the radiation is just heating up so that the polar bears don't have no place to live. And you know, they've got special fur that reflects the radiation.
Mm-hmm.
But like the Eskimos don't have that.
No.
I don't think the Russians have that.
No, I don't think so either. Maybe they're just secretly killing off all the polar bears.
So they can do
And
drilling.
skinning them.
Yeah. I want a polar bear coat.
I bet it's warm.
Oh yeah. And it like it's clear. So like whatever room you go into, it turns into the same decor.
Yeah.
It's like invisible clothes.
Maybe that's it. It's got some military applications. You know, that's the real reason for the polar bear being killed. Poor polar bears.
I don't feel sorry for them. They're scary and big, and they'd kill you
They
in a
would.
second and rip your head off and eat it.
It's true.
Just like the Nazis and the commies and
it's true.
the Arabs and the Israelis. And
Everybody is capable of extreme violence. Did you hear about that panda at China that's like eating three
I did
people
not
or
read
something?
that.
Okay, it hasn't actually eaten 3 people, but it's attacked 3 different people who were stupid enough to go into its cave in the zoo.
You know, you
and
just
they're
don't
like-
do that to anybody. You don't go in somebody's cave.
No, and not in its little enclosure thing. And the people are like, oh, we're just so surprised the panda bear attacked us. It looks so sweet. It's like, it's a fucking bear.
It's not a doll.
It's a bear.
It's
What
not
part
a
of
stuffed
bear
animal.
did you not get about the name Panda Bear?